They are coming for your children. Fast forward to the year 2054, and this is what Australia is going to look like. Every single person in this country who is 46 and younger will have a digital ID. They are being tracked everywhere they go by this digital ID. It was all AI integrated software, follows you from the moment you leave your house, maybe even whilst you're in your house, until the moment you get home. It sees everything you do, and it all started because you allowed, and I allowed, the government here in Australia to introduce this social media bill, banning children under the age of 16 from using social media. This next generation, I fear, will listen to their government without question. That has never been healthy in human history. That is tyranny. And that's what we're going to be faced with. Just quickly, if you don't know what's happening, in Australia, they're banning social media for kids under the age of 16. And to access the internet and social media sites, you need to prove your age. And the question obviously then becomes, well, what about me? I'm 32. I use Facebook and Instagram and all that type of stuff. YouTube, that's a part of the ban list as well, which is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. And these kids who are 16 years and younger and 16 years and older, mind you, which includes all of us, will have to prove their age to access the internet, meaning they will have to provide some sort of identification. And my God, it sounds digital. It's not what this bill is right now. It's what it will become. It's not this government right now. It's what the governments in the future will do with it. They will have the ability, if they can access all of our information, everything we've ever looked at, everywhere we go, our biometrics, every fucking thing. They will be able to follow us around from the moment we wake to the moment we go to sleep, and they will have access to everything we do. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, speaking of people sticking their noses into your business, let's talk about actually keeping your online life private. Let's talk about private internet access. That's today's sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic VPN that I think is the perfect fit for you. I should probably tell you what a VPN is, don't you think? It's basically a secure tunnel for your internet instead of just sending all your data out there into the wild. And remember, we have a lot of data on the internet already. Private internet access encrypts it, hides your IP address, and it looks like you're browsing from somewhere else in the world. It's like sending a message in a lockbox rather than screaming it out across a crowded room. With private internet access, I can turn it on with one press of one button. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and it's on. That's incredible. That button press right there means protection, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I like about private internet access. Private internet access also lets you choose from servers in over 90 different countries. That's absolutely incredible. And all 50 US states. You can access regional restricted content that normally tells you that it's not available in your area, like on Netflix. And with new online laws being passed all the time all over the world, this is a fantastic tool for you. So head to piavpn.com/Isaac Butterfield right now, or click the link in the description and you're going to get a massive 83% off. Plus, you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk in trying this out. If we show dissent towards the government, they'll be able to put our petrol prices up individually. Yeah, that's fucking real, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they do in China, right? If you show dissent towards the government, if you question the government, if you say, if I make this video, I go to the petrol bowser at the gas station tomorrow and my prices are more expensive because I'm stepping out of line. That's the social credit score, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're facing. And by forcing children to provide digital IDs, that is the future we are locking in. And it's not just petrol. It's not, your groceries might be more expensive. Hey, what about your health insurance? That might be more expensive. If you're a bit of a prick on the internet, if you're a bit rude, well, guess what? Your ambulance might take a little bit longer. And if you decide that you don't want to, I don't know, listen to the government when it comes to healthcare advice, well, you might not get an ambulance at all. This is going to affect me, it's going to affect you, and it's going to affect your kids and your kids' kids. It's pretty fucked, right? And don't even get me started on their houses. Well, they won't own houses, right? Because we keep bringing in far too many individuals from overseas. not based on color, just based on number. And if you keep bringing in so many people into one small country, and I mean small country by population base, not by geographical size, then there's not enough fucking houses. And if there's not enough fucking houses, then supply diminishes and demand goes up. Which fucks the whole fucking thing, you fucking fucks. I'm fired up in this video, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm fired up for another reason as well. My brand new special Public Enemy is available right fucking now!
What I don't like is what people used to call autistic people. In my hometown, there was a place called the Spastic Centre up until, I think it was the early 2000s. I much prefer what they call really autistic people today. They, them. They've brought out Fat Barbie, there's Wheelchair Barbie, that's a cross promotion with Hot Wheels. There's Down Syndrome Barbie, but you can just buy regular Barbie and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and get sort of the same thing. In the Quran, it says, don't talk while you're having sex. And I just feel like that is such a missed opportunity for Muslim people. What a great opportunity to come on your wife's face and scream Allahu Akbar. And it'd be great, like the cleanup's easy. She's got a towel right there, just...
$5, that's all it costs. And ladies and gentlemen, it will be provided to you for free in the week of Christmas. So you can get it for free, okay? You just have to wait a couple extra weeks. But if you enjoy these videos, if you enjoy my stand-up and you want to support me and help my family buy a small island in the middle of the tropics, please buy it for $5. Now, back to the video. The landscape that we could possibly face, and this is worst case scenario, in the 2050s, right? In 30 years' time, 25 years' time, could be an authoritarian fucking tragic landscape if we allow the people who lead us to do what they are doing right now. Little things like, and this may be conspiratorial, right? But the online safety amendment that bans under 16-year-olds from utilizing the internet, utilizing social media, and they do it under the guise of being nice, right? They're doing this. This all started, I'm pretty sure, off the back of someone like being harmed by bullying on social media, which makes sense, right? We don't want that to happen. We don't want kids to be bullied and all that type of horrible shit, but they won't ban fucking Roblox where there's all just full of fucking dirty pedos, anyway, whatever. They're going after fucking YouTube, which is absolutely I know some kids might watch too much Mr. Beast, but who gives a shit? YouTube is a fantastic place for kids to learn stuff. I have learned continuously more from YouTube than I ever did from school. And I think a lot of people watching this may very much be the same. School's great to learn your ABCs and your times table, but after that, they can suck a fat cock. I may sound like I'm all over the shop with this video right here because I am. I'm just pissed. I hate the idea of big government. I hate the idea of being told what you can and cannot do. It shits me up the fucking wall, ladies and gents. I hate the idea of big government. I hate the idea of people who we elect to help us doing things that hinder us. I don't like the idea that the government's telling parents how to be parents, and I understand that there are some circumstances in which that is helpful, but I can't think of any. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what does my head in with this shit is the superiority complex that the Australian government and governments all over the world, this will happen in the UK. It's already going forth in the UK, right? There was about the digital online IDs in the United Kingdom. There was a massive reaction to that. Hundreds of thousands, I think it was over 500,000 Brits, it might even be more at this point, signed a petition for the Parliament to sit down and have a conversation, a debate about this, and they just said, nah. That's crazy, right? But this will happen everywhere. Post D-Trump, post the current president of the United States, when he's out, probably in 20 or 30 years, this will happen there. This will happen everywhere. Canada, you're next, mate. It's all happening. It's happening absolutely everywhere, this shit. And maybe, just maybe I'm being a bit too conspiratorially minded here, but hear me out. If you can control what children in their formative years online, what they can and cannot view, who they can and cannot trust, then you go on to control the narrative, right? So if you don't allow a child to use Twitter, to use Facebook, to use YouTube, to access sources of information outside of the mainstream narrative, then they will go on to just listen to the mainstream narrative. That is what may just happen to Gen Alpha, the next generation after Gen Z, the younger kids out there today. And the effects don't stop with the younger kids. Think about people our age and what we might watch on the internet. Sure, people are going to, there's going to be information about what pornos you watch. Who gives a shit, right? If you want to watch two midgets fuck yeah, how good, right? I might do that after this video. In fact, I will. But what about if you're looking up symptoms? What if you've got a certain disease, right? And all that information is there. Well, if you get hacked, then that information is out there on the dark web. What if your health provider finds out about that and your premiums go up? Maybe, right? That's not good. What if you watch some, far-right bigots like Joe Rogan or Theo Von? What if you watch their podcast? Does that mean a little red flag goes next to your name and this person might be more open to radicalization? Maybe. Or what about if you're a painful left-wing person, a lefty, and 30 years into the future, the government isn't a left-wing government here in Australia or other parts of the world. They're actually quite right-wing, maybe even far-right. What about if your ideas are quashed, destroyed, turned to dust, ground down? What if they're deemed illegal and those websites are stopped and you're not allowed to view them? What about if that's done? Then will you have a problem? Or is it only when, the people who are allegedly on your side are ruling the kingdom? We have these laws now. They're coming into law in Australia in a matter of days. It will never be repealed. This will be the rest of our existence. And you just need to answer this question. Who the fuck are these people to deem what I can and cannot look at, or what my children can or cannot access? Who the fuck are you? Stay out of my house. I understand also that TikTok and shit like that, obviously they're Chinese owned, all that type of stuff, but the rabbit holes you get caught in there and it's just shit. It's like gambling machines, like you just get stuck on a loop. And I find that YouTube is very different. I find like a lot of young people probably have their first introduction to engineering or their career that they go on to do, or whatever they want to do in life. Perhaps that is done through YouTube. YouTube isn't just for watching, Mr. Beast or whatever YouTuber you fucking like. A lot of people learn a lot of shit from this, and I think it's very, very harmful to young people to have that destroyed based on the fact that this is why they're doing it, because you can message people on YouTube, or sort of, in the comment section, you can reply to people, but that's not social media. That's just comment sections. The fuck are you doing, mate? In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, it is without doubt in my mind that this move here will change the power center of information in our universe right now. It will go from online and it will repurpose it back to the mainstream media. And that's dangerous. That's not good. That's not favorable for anyone. And it is very, very unfortunate that Gen Alpha has to deal with this, because now a child is born, dropped in front of screens, the videos they're allowed to watch, the Blippy, the Miss Rachels, all these people, the fucking Cocomelons destroying brains, allegedly, or in my opinion. Then they're just thrown in daycare immediately, terrified, scared, their brains being imprinted with fear. They're going to grow up, everyone around them is just, they've self-diagnosed themselves with ADD and autism. They're going to start living their lives immediately as victims. And not too far after that, it's time to choose your new gender. You felt like a piece of shit when you go to primary school because you're taught because you had white skin, and people who also had white skin did horrible things in the past, that you're part of the problem and you need to apologize. You're divided. Boys, girls, white, other colors. Divisions everywhere you go. You got to trust the government above all else. Everything is censored. Make sure you trust the government. The world is melting. The climate's destroyed. We're gonna die. There's no mother figure anymore. There's no father figure anymore. You're on your own. Everything you do, if you're a man, is toxic masculinity. That's your teenagehood now. And then when you try to make an escape through YouTube, through social media, no, that's banned. You got to watch what we say you can watch. You got to listen to what we say you can listen to. This is what our kids are walking into. And even if you don't have kids, this is what your kids are walking into with their eyes closed. And they're closed because they're not old enough to open them yet. I'm worried, mate. I think we need to think about the futures for these kids. They seem rather bleak. Don't get me wrong, there is positives out there, no doubt, but there's a whole heap of doom and gloom coming down the pipeline for these young people who don't have a pathway around it. There's no way to get around it with social media being banned for these people and then being forced into digital IDs, all that other shit. There's no way around it. Ladies and gentlemen, these kids need help, and I don't know what we do. What do we do? What the fuck are we supposed to do? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and also thank you very much to our sponsor, Private Internet Access. If you want more protection in an online world, make sure you head to piavpn.com/Isaac Butterfield to get 83% off, an extra month for free, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go and check it out right now, and thank you very much for watching the video. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this video and all my videos in the comments section down below. Let me know what you'd also like me to speak about in the upcoming videos before Christmas. And ladies and gentlemen, check out my special Public Enemy. It's available right now. Head to my website, isaacbutterfield.com, and get around that. Ladies and gents, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.